good evening, good morning, because I'm going to post this for tomorrow at we'll go on midnight, and so today is March 11th, so this will show up March 12th, dog willing. So this is well, we'll do the set up the field first, then we'll do the tarot card. So you might want to say it out loud. I connect to my deep self. Connect to my higher self. I like to have my fingers at the same height, but I can never get them there. I connect to my highest self, and you don't have to say that out loud. I try to get my hands even. You don't have to say that part. I connect to my higher self, my highest self. Even higher than your higher self is the highest self. Pretty high self. Highest, really. And I ground myself to the healing center of the earth. I open myself to the healing power of the One. I release anything that's not useful to me now. And if you choose to work with the seventh dimensional beings, the Hathors, you state, I choose to work with the Hathors. Simple as that. Now, you're working with the healing field. So I ask that we all be placed in a field of protection while we work with this field. And I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event that would be of the highest good, release and integrate at this time. And upon arrival at the event, I invite all souls affected by the event to return to the event to release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. Stadium full of souls. Must have been a big event. Upon arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate all energies of the event gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels, and through all space and time. That should cover most side roads. Okay, now if you're just here for the healing field, now you can hit the pause button. You don't have to listen to the tarot card reading. You just work with the energy of the healing field, but later on come back, hit the play button, and do the finishing parts of the healing field. It would happen for you anyway, but it's better if you consciously participate in it. So that'll be after the tarot cards, and it won't be a long reading. Okay, so I asked the universe for a card for the world today. So this is the World Tarot card. And what we got was the Nine of Wands. It's a beautiful card. It's just it looks so multi-dimensional. And I'm gonna read quite a few of the words on the page related to it because we have more time because I'm doing less. So the number nine is about observation, personal responsibility, collective growth, expansion, and clarity. That's what we're all working with right now. And what you want to see outside of the world, you best do inside yourself. So that is the world that you're projecting out and moving towards. Okay, wands are a fire sign. So they're about passion, inspiration, creativity, drive, purpose, instinct. And they're associated with the soul. The key words are, of the Nine of Wands, the key words are diminished energy, perseverance, overcoming obstacles. It's a little Eeyore. I'm reading it a little bit like Eeyore from Winnie and the Pooh. I think that was what it was, Winnie and the Pooh. Asking for help. Pressing forward. Now, the reason the universe, I'm speaking for the universe right now. If the universe doesn't agree with what I'm saying, the universe will just whack me on the head. So if you see my head go like this, that's the universe whacking me because I'm not speaking accurately for it. So I'm just going to do my best to speak accurately for it. What the universe is saying to us through this card is that you've been involved in a cleansing process for almost 28 years. From 1997 to 2004, it was physical cleansing. 2004 to 2011 was mental cleansing. 2011 to 2018 was emotional cleansing. In 2018 to 2025 is spiritual cleansing. And we got a spiritual card, a wand, that can associated with the soul. And what the universe is saying through me to you, and I'm also there in front of myself, so to you and me, and you and me, we're one. I know that's two, but if you put them together, they're one. See, so that's a one. You think you see two fingers. You think you see three fingers. You think you see four fingers. Some people call this a finger, but some people say, no, that's not a finger, that's a thumb. And you see all of those, and they are a hand. And, whatever, however they used to do that, yeah. They're all the people. Here's the church. Here's the church. Here's the steeple. What's inside? All the people. You say, well, that's not one, that's two hands. Now what are they? You say, well, there's still two hands. Now what are they? Just kidding. Just messing with you. Doing my best to mess with you. Just so you can shift and change and become all that you can be. I remember that from the commercial. Okay, so the Nine of Wands says this. And what it's doing is just saying we only got 2 more weeks of the spiritual cleansing, and we're complete with 28 years of cleansing. Like, just buck up. Just keep going. Just get through the next 2 weeks. And it may change magically. I'm really feeling it that it's gonna. Okay, we've been going hard for so long, and we find ourselves slowing down, gasping for breath, nurturing our inner flames as best we can so they don't go out. And remember, wands are associated with fire, passion, inspiration, creativity, drive, purpose, instinct, associated with the soul. But the 9 of wands can be a little bit, you get it related to a little bit of overwhelm, a little bit of burnout. I've been feeling it. If you haven't been, then just don't tune in to me, because I've been feeling a little bit of the overwhelm burnout, and I've been feeling it for about 3 months, maybe 4. I think I felt like I had a real clear month in September, and then October, November, December, January, February. I guess it's been 6 months. Yeah, since October. It's been pretty intense. Okay, so here are what the words are for you. All of you, each of you. Individually, these words are for you. As you hear them, they're for you. We've been going hard for so long, 28 years, if you've been around that long. And we find ourselves slowing down, gasping for breath, nurturing our inner flames best we can. Our final challenge lies before us. 2 weeks. A last difficult task to complete before we can cross the finish line. It's true. And in spite of our fatigue, in spite of our doubts, we press on. Perseverance is at war with weariness. And in knowing that we must tread carefully, in trying to manage our energetic resources, we experience the exhaustion and exhilaration of the Nine of Wands. Did the universe give us a good card or what? We're so close, Deb. I know you'll listen to this, and I know you'll hear this, and you'll be, thank God for this card. Or thank Dog. Or Doug. Thank Doug. Thank Doug for this card. We're so close. That big goal, that massive accomplishment is just within reach. And yet our work is not yet done. I'm just going to check the volume. It's a little late, but gosh. Oh, anyway, I had it up too high. I hope it gives you some room to move. Our objective has not been reached. With the Nine of Wands, we start to come up against the limitations of who we are and discover unexpected boundaries around creativity, inspiration, and energy. Stamina is a powerful force, and perseverance can be a valuable asset. We've already accomplished so much and feel a certain amount of satisfaction in how far we've come. Yet in this moment, we're forced to slow down to consider how we will overcome one final massive obstacle. I'm sure it has to do with our mental, but I don't know. But I'm just saying it feels like it could be letting go of the world we've been holding on to. I think that's what it is. I think we're going to have to let go of that world we've been holding on to for dear life and just let go of it, because a new world will appear. It's like phoenix, burnt down to ashes, and all of a sudden the bird rises. A lot of stories about that, and now you're experiencing it. You and me both. Okay. We've already accomplished so much and feel a certain amount of satisfaction in how far we've come, yet in this moment we are forced to slow down to consider how we will overcome our final massive, I like to use the term massive obstacle. We have to make a decision about how hard to push ourselves and examine how badly we want to reach our goal. There's a push-pull that lives within this card, a desire to finish strong, at war with a sense of self-preservation. Don't you feel that? I want to finish this, but I need to be alive when I do. A need for wisdom in pacing. 9 always speaks to the end of the cycle. To a change, this is the end of a 13,000 year cycle with 28 years of cleansing between the next 13,000 year cycle, and we're moving into a clean cycle of feminine power, and we're coming out of a now clean cycle, or soon to be clean cycle of masculine power. I'd say patriarchy. I think power over, but we're done, and we're coming into power with, in power together, in community, in power together, not power over, power in our togetherness, our alignment with the divine, whatever that is for you. There's a push-pull that lives within this card, a desire to finish strong, at war with a sense of self-preservation. A need for wisdom is pacing. 9 always speaks to the end of the cycle, to a change that is inevitable. Are we so focused on completing our tasks that we're willing to risk it all? Finding the right balance of drive and protection can be complicated, and if we're too dedicated to our original path, too fixated on a particular plan, we may miss opportunities to receive help, to make adjustments, to rest and heal before pushing on. Are we ready to be finished? Or are we so caught up in movement that the thought of completion feels unappealing? While the Nine of Wands, within the Nine of Wands, we grapple with the natural tension between different versions of success. Is it more important to stand by our original version or to care for our physical and emotional well-being? How much are we willing to sacrifice in order to finish our work? None of us are invincible, can survive without rest or support or encouragement. Are capable of burning endlessly without consuming all of our resources. If we can recognize where something solid has slipped out of place, can interrogate and identify our own needs, are willing to make adjustments that will allow us to keep moving forward without breaking into pieces, we can still reach those big goals with enough energy to enjoy them. Thank you, universe. It is an excellent card. Once again, you're right on the ball. And you may be the ball as well. And the oneness and the infinity and the spiritual consciousness that derives from the oneness travels through our crown, through our Akashic records, out our feet into the earth, where we are Winklil. In the Mayan language, Winklil was the word for human being, and it was defined as cosmic vibratory root. We are the ones to bring it through us. And at the end of this video, in just a few minutes, we're going to bring the new energies into the earth, as happens every time we do a healing session and clear an unresolved event from the past. We clear that. We bring in the new energies for the future. Thanks for participating. So, all you who are just coming back now, or searching for the place where the final part of the healing event takes place, this is it. So, this is it. This is what you were looking for. This is the change that you were looking for in the world, and you are making the change in yourself, which then impacts the world. Okay. So, I ask the higher self and our soul group to assist all the souls that return to the event to combine with that part of their soul that had remained at the event and bring that combined soul back into the body in present time with all of its wisdom, power, clarity, compassion, curiosity, kindness, and bringing these energies in with peace and love. I ask the universe to, oh, I ask all the souls to ground themselves into the healing center of the earth. It probably still would have worked, but ground yourself in the healing center of the earth and open up the portal for the delivery of these new energies into the earth at this time. And now I ask the universe to bring these new energies in now. That's a lot of energy. Just make my face look red. And I ask that they be activated. And I let the universe know, universe and beyond know that this has been done and that it's good. And I appreciate you for all the help you've given me since I've been doing this over the last, whatever it is, 15 months. I've been doing it since 2020, but the YouTube channel has allowed many of you to join me in this work of healing the world through the world healing field that I was asked to set up in the end of January 2020 before the shift in our consciousness hit the fan. And I'm a big fan of the shift hitting the fan. Me. All right. Thank you so much. Let's see how we did time-wise. 22:06. So we're going to have to stop it at 22:22. So I'm going to have to watch and say, okay, now must go change again, again,